Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft, and I have another scrapbook process video to share with you. I've been trying to do at least one of these a week, and then it usually takes me a few days to get it uploaded, so I'm not really sharing process videos like one a week. It's just kind of when I film one, then I will take my time getting it ready to go up on the channel. And so yeah, there might be like one every other week. It just kind of depends on how long it takes me. Once I get something completed and uploaded on the channel, then I say, okay, now it's time to film the next layout. So I don't know if any of that made sense to you, but anyway, so I had these photos that my daughter took of herself. She really likes taking my digital camera and taking selfies. And these were taken last September. These three were some of the better ones, and I just thought it was so funny. I've been kind of like saving some of the ones that are pretty good, just because I want to capture the moment, and just kind of remember what she was like and what she was into at this age. So these were really hard to cut down. I did manage to get them. I think they were 4x4 squares. I had to cut off a little bit of her face in the bottom picture, but that's all right. I think you still get the close-up view. So for this page, I pulled a bunch of branding strips and decided that I was just going to put them together in little clusters on a white background. These are branding strips from a variety of different collections, like Pink Fresh, Cartabella. I don't really remember some of the other ones. Um, so they don't all specifically go together, but I'm making them go together, and I think it's kind of nice when you're working with a white background because it's such a neutral. You can kind of do so many different things and use so many different types of products because you're not trying to match something to a patterned background paper. So yeah, and then the patterns you are using are being used in such small chunks. So even if the collections are totally off, or like I've got the floral there with like some other type of crisscross pattern or something, like it doesn't really matter. It all kind of goes because the white is so stark and neutral. Anyway, that's my philosophy on that. So here, of course, you can see that I kind of already went away from what I had originally placed these things on. Normally, if I'm gonna do a layout, as you've seen, I will place stuff and try to leave them there and then adhere everything while the stuff is still on the page so that I'm not so that I'm not screwing up the design that I so carefully laid out. Doesn't always happen that way, but anyway, that's what happened with this one. So here I have two mini alphas. The yellow ones are very old basic gray. I think it was from the Paris, the Mon Ami collection. I loved those letters and I loved that collection and I loved basic gray. I was so sad when they stopped making scrapbook paper. Then the other mini alphas, I don't really know what the manufacturer is for that. These were all just things from my stash. I'm going to make the title actually have three different types of alphas, two mini alphas, and then some very old American Crafts chipboard thickers. So the whole title is going to be What a View, because we're getting a close-up view of my daughter inside my daughter's nose. It's so close. And I'm just kind of I'll just add some extra embellishments also from my stash. Again, just like little bits and pieces, random things. Does the hedgehog holding flowers really have anything to do with these photos? No, but it's cute and the photos were taken outside, so sure, why not? The girl with the braid, I'm gonna put her on the page simply because these are photos of my daughter. She's a girl, so why not put a girl die cut on the page? Something that I don't show because I got distracted while I was filming this. I had stopped filming to grab some stamps from Stampin' Up, very old Stampin' Up stamps. and I forgot to press record again before I started stamping because I was watching a scrapbook live while I was scrapbooking. So you don't get to see me add the stamps. The stamps I used, like I said, are old Stampin' Up. They're not the clear, the clear stamps that you would use on a clear block, which is fine. I prefer the clear block stamps. Um, but I was just kind of looking through my stuff just to see if there was anything else. Like I felt like there just needed to be a little something else. And I found these stamps, and one of the stamps said, "Love your guts." And I was like, oh, that's totally perfect for these photos of my daughter. And then there was another stamp that was just some arrows. So I just, after I get everything laid down, I just go back and I add some stamping, 3 arrows on either side, and then right above the title, I stamped "Love Your Guts" twice in like an off-center type of dealio. And I also don't think I filmed adding in the sequins. Now I can't remember, but I did add in some sequins. I had this pink sequin collection. I can't think of who the manufacturer is. I actually wouldn't recommend them because I have trouble getting the sequins to stick using glue dots, which is my preferred sequins stick method. But the colors are really great. It's a nice assortment of pinks. So I sprinkled a couple of those on, as well as some Cartabella Summer Market enamel dots. I finished up the enamel dots that I had from my stash. So that was fun. Here I had put down one paper strip and then the title word "what" kind of on top of it. And I just felt like there needed to be another paper strip, like kind of working with the rule of threes. So we have 3 things right there. It's what I always try to go for. And since I was kind of doing like 3 things on all the other clusters, there just really needed to be 3 things there as well. So here I'm adding the word "view." These chipboard letters are very glittery. They're white and glittery. And I actually did not have an I, so I turned an exclamation point around and created a lowercase y. And that's how I use up my thickers. Um, so yeah, now I'm just trying to see, as you can see, I have a lot of those like extra branding strip pieces. I'm not going to get rid of them. I'll put them in my scrap bin because I love making layouts just using these extra little branding strip pieces. But obviously I wasn't going to put all of them on this page. It just wasn't that kind of a layout. But I am just going to add 2 more little branding strip pieces in the middle photo and on the bottom photo, just because I felt like there just needed to be something to kind of, I don't mind having the white space, but I just felt like there needed to be something to take up a little bit more of the white space, if that makes any sense. And then once you see the final photos of the layout, you'll see how the stamps and the sequins also take up a little bit more of that white space. There are the enamel dots. There they are. And then I also add some shimmers. It's like a yellow gold color, and now I can't think of what it's called because of course I can't, but I splatter a little bit of that on the page as well. Oh, there are the sequins. See, that's the company is like Craft City Sequins or something like that. I got them at Stampin' Scrapbook Expo like 2 years ago, and I have used almost one of the colors is totally gone, but not all of them. The ones toward like the dark purple ones, those are a pain in my butt to stick down. The rest of the colors are pretty decent, but man, those purple ones, I don't understand it. But here I'm just going to put them down, and I don't think I show you adhering them. So I'm pretty sure we're almost done here. So I'm going to thank you right now so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more scrapbook process videos. Got a lot of cool things coming up for you in the coming months for the rest of the year 2020. It's been kind of a crap year germ-wise, but scrapbooking-wise, I think it's been pretty good for me. So anyway, and like I said, you'll see the stamping and the splattering that I did in the close-ups, which are going to follow. So thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. If you want to connect with me outside of YouTube, definitely follow me on all my social media links below. I look forward to connecting with you there. Happy scrapping!